Hello everyone, good day. I am Elisa Bongalas from Group 4 Presenter. And for this video, we will be discussing to you our topic that is all about mental retardation. So later on, we will be defining what is mental retardation as well as their categories, their symptoms, treatment, and of course, the causes of having a mental retardation. But before that, let me leave this quote to you by John Green. According to him, there is hope even when your brain tells you there isn't. So this quote reminds us that we don't have to be hopeless in our life. Even though there is a negative things that comes from our mind, let us always think positive and live our life to the fullest, because every day there's always an opportunity, there's always a chances, and for sure there's always a reason to live our life, because life is precious. And now, without further ado, let's move on to our formal discussion, and let us welcome our first presenter.
Good day everyone, I am Claristine Paca. I am the one reporter of Group 4. So, this is our topic, which is mental retardation. Are we familiar with this disorder, guys? So, ako kay Dili. Yeah, dan kan dayon, mental retardation. This is the definition of mental retardation. It is defined as intellectual functioning level as measured by standard test for intelligence quotient, well below average and significant limitations in daily living skills, adaptive functioning. And the other definition is mental retardation is a permanent condition characterized by subaverage intelligence which causes limitations in learning and adaptive functioning. So kani di ay mental retardation usa ni siya ka lack of skills, like kanang dili kaayo ka cope up, dili sila kaayo ka kanang ilang kanang intelligence mubo ra, ilang IQ mubo ra, dili kay sila ka cope up. Then kani makuha na to nga kanang mental retardation, their brain has not developed properly or has been injured in some way. Then maingon sad ta nga kaning bataan na ni siya mental retardation. So na makakuan kang science kay ang science nila uh, ang sa ka science sila ang ilang character na below average intelligence or mental ability and lack of skills. Lisod sila, like kanang communicate sila og tao, maglisod sila kay tungod sa kahinay sa ilahang IQ, like kanang mutanaw sila o kanang mga kanang like nasa TV, dili nila ma-cope up dayon tungod sa kahinay sa ilahang utok. Then this is the description of mental retardation. Mental retardation is defined as IQ score below 70 to 75. Gikuha ni siya og 70 to 75 tungod sa ilang kahinay sa ilang utok mo adapt dili kayo ka cope up dayon. So ibutan na to sa sitwasyon nga i-compare na to siya sa autism. Ang autism maingon tang 100 score nila is 100 because dali sila maka cope up tungod kay ang autism balik-balik nila tan-aw, like na sila ibuhaton nga gusto mabalik-balik ko nila mo na nga maka-scores tag 100 rather than mental retardation. Then, according to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention in the 1990s, mental retardation occurred in 2.5 to 3% of the general population. Mental retardation begins in childhood or adolescence before the age of 18. So, ang mental retardation di na to siya mahibawan nga bata ra nga na pud siya dagko before ay sila mag-18 mahibawan na nato nga na sila mental retardation. Maubitaw na nga kanang na mga anak iga humapanak nila lang baby in newborn screening aron mahibawan kung kanang bata normal ba siya. Then adaptive skills needed for daily life. Such skills include the ability to produce and understand language, communication, home living skills, use of community resources, health, safety, leisure, self-care and social skills, self-direction, functional academic skills, reading, writing, and arithmetic and work skills. So, ang kaning mga bata di ay naano siya sa community like ma-cure ang ilahang sakit like na sila mental retardation tungod sa atong pag-communicate nila, ato ang pag-guide nila ilahang health ana kay tungod ana man magikan sa atong panimalay di ba? Mo na nga less ma-less ang ilahang sakit tungod sa ato ang pag-guide like nasa atong like for example nasa atong family. So tungod sa atong pag-guide nila sa ato i-communicate sila like kanang eto sila tudluan ingana kay ngano naragyod ang una nga kanang cure ana is nasa family guidance. Then it persists throughout adulthood. Intellectual functioning level is defined by standardized tests Whistler intelligence skills that measure the ability to reason in terms of mental age, intelligence quotient, or IQ. Diagnosis of mental retardation is made if an individual has an intellectual functioning level well below average and significant limitations in two or more adaptive skill areas. Yeah, maoto. Then, these children typically have difficulties with social, communication, and functioning at academic skills. Kani nga mga bata nga adunay mental retardation, maglisod ni sila socialize kay tungod sa pagkalisod nila socialize sa usasad sa ilang ibulihon sila mo na nga mura sila makuan nga makipag-socialize kay lahi sila di ba? Then ang communication nila kanang istoryahon sila pero wala sila diri di ba wala sila hang kaistorya bingan linga kay sila and functioning academic skills lisod sila cope up labi nag kanang like memorize nga na maglisod sila cope up ning mental retardation. Then in general mentally retarded children reach development milestone such as walking and talking much later than the general population. Kani sila kay musturya gini sila apan dili kayo sila kalitok bitaw kanang lisod sila makalitok like kanang kay usaan niya nga mga kuan sa mental retardation like Down syndrome di ba ang Down syndrome lisod na sila musturya kanang linga. Then children who have a neurological disorder or illness such as encephalitis or meningitis may suddenly show signs of cognitive impairment and adaptive difficulties. So, kanino ang meningitis? Usa ni siya ka usa siya ka kuan sa mental retardation. Kay kanang meningitis, kuan sa na sila like mututok ra, dili mo storya, nga na kanang linga pud dili kuan sila gutok ba. Hinay sila o kanya puro manggiuwaw na sila kang nay meningitis. Then, symptoms of mental retardation may appear at birth or later in childhood. Time of onset depends on the suspected cause of disability. Some cases of mild mental retardation are not diagnosed before the child enters preschool. Ang kanisa mental retardation, pag ang bata dili siya ma-screening ay siya ma-school nga di ba kung kuan atong bata ikuan pa man nato no para mahibawan nato og normal pa ba mo normal ra ba ato ang baby ato ang child di ba mo na nga sa ayha pa sila mo eskwela dapat siya screeningon sila para kanang makuan bitaw nato nga kani normal ra or else at kanang nagkahumagpanganak in newborn screening haron mahibawaan kung ang baby normal ra ba wala ba siya mga kanang mga abnormal nga mga kanang pati like kaning autism ina diba and mental retardation.
Good day, everyone. I'm going to discuss the categories of mental retardation. There are 4 categories of mental retardation. The first one is the mild mental retardation. The next one, the moderate mental retardation. The third one, severe mental retardation. The fourth and the last one, profound mental retardation. Mild mental retardation. Approximately 85% of the mentally retarded population is in the mildly retarded category. Their IQ score ranges from 50 to 75, and they can often acquire academic skills up to the 6th grade level. So from the whole population of mentally retarded individuals, 85% of that individuals are categorized in mild mentally retarded. And if they take the Wechsler intelligence scales or the Wechsler intelligence test, they often get an IQ score that range from 50 to 75. So even with their condition, they can still finish an academic level which is the elementary one. So they can acquire the academic skills up to the 6th grade level. So they can become fairly self-sufficient and in some cases live independently. So they can live independently without the help of the experts, the peers within the community and the social support. The second one, moderate mental retardation. About 10% of the mentally retarded population is considered moderately retarded. Moderately retarded individuals have IQ scores ranging from 35 to 55. So from the whole population of mentally retarded individuals, 10% of that are categorized in moderately retarded individuals. So if they take the standardized IQ test, they would get a score that range from 35 to 55. So they can still carry out work and self-care tasks, but they need the moderate supervision of the experts, of their parents, and of the community. They typically acquire communication skills in childhood and are able to live and function successfully within the community in a supervised environment such as a group home. So they got their communication skills from their childhood and they can still able to live and function successfully in that given community, but they need the supervision, they need the assistance of the environment such as the group home. The third one, severe mental retardation. About 3 to 4% of mentally retarded population is severely retarded. Severely retarded individuals have IQ scores of 20 to 40. So from the word severe, it means it is an intense mentally retarded individuals. But from the whole population, only 3 to 4% of that are considered or categorized in severe mentally retarded individuals. And if they take the Wechsler standardized IQ test, they would often get a score that range from 20 to 40. They can still may master basic skills, but they can only master the basic ones like taking a bath and some communication skills. Many severely retarded individuals are able to live in a group home. So just like the moderate mental retarded individuals, severe mentally retarded individuals can also live or can be able to live in a group home. So the last one is the profound mental retardation. Only 1 to 2% of mentally retarded population is classified as profoundly retarded. Profoundly retarded individuals have IQ scores under 20 to 25. So this category of mental retardation is the most rare one because only 1 to 2% of the whole population of mentally retarded individuals are categorized or falls under the profound mental retardation. And if they take the IQ standardized test, they would get a score under 20 to 25. So it is really very low. They may be able to develop basic self-care and communication skills with appropriate support and training. So they may still develop the basic self-care skills like what I said, taking a bath and some communication skills, but it needs the supervision and it needs proper support and training. Their retardation is often caused by an accompanying neurological disorder. So they may get this kanang level of profound mental retardation because of their disorder in the brain, because of neurological disorder, or they may get this by the genetics or by biologically from both parents. The profoundly retarded need a high level of structure and supervision. So because this level of mentally retarded individuals are very high or very severe, they really need a high level of supervision and assistance from their peers, from their loved ones, from their family, and from the whole community. So how can teachers handle students who has mental retardation? Students with mental retardation often struggle tremendously to complete the same task that many of their peers do without difficulty, but with special assistance, their struggles to learn can be highly successful. So students who are mentally retarded or who have mental retardation, they struggle tremendously to complete the task or the activity that some of their peers or that many of their peers do not find difficult. So, but with proper assistance of the experts, with proper assistance of the teachers, their struggles to learn in a given learning environment can be highly successful. In teaching students with mental retardation, special and general educators will find highly effective strategies for enhancing the academic and social skills of students with mental retardation in their classrooms. So because they have a little difference in terms of intelligence from an average students, the educators find a highly effective strategies to still enhance the academic and social skills of that students even though they carry out that condition. So these strategies are the following. Using small steps. So educators handle students who mental retardation by using small steps because students who are mentally retarded cannot be rushed. So their learning cannot be rushed by the teachers. That's why the educators handle them by using baby steps or by using small steps so that they can still effectively learn in that given environment. Next is modifying teaching to be more hands-on. Because mentally retarded individuals or students have difference from an average students, the educators handle them by modifying their strategies or by modifying their learning tasks so that it will be more hands-on to the mentally retarded students, just like changing its intensity, just like changing its um, viable verbs or by changing its hardness so that the learners, so that the students who are mentally retarded can still catch up with their peers or with their classmates. Next one is incorporating more physical learning experiences. So it is given that students who have a mental retardation are very low or not too good academically. That's why teachers handle them by incorporating more physical learning experiences, just like in group activities, just like in performance tasks, so that it will not only enhance the academic skills of the student but also the social skills of the people, of the students who are mentally retarded. The last one is providing visual stimulus. It is proven that providing visual aids to students who are mentally retarded can enhance their learning. So, teachers and educators handle that by providing some visual stimulus or aids so that that mentally retarded individual can visualize the thing that he or she needs to learn in that given environment. That's all. Once again, God bless and thank you for listening.
Alright, thank you, Miss Mary Ann Saboynido. And at this juncture, I will be discussing the symptoms and treatment of mental retardation. And let's have first the symptoms of SMR. So if we will say symptoms, class, it is the feeling of illness or the physical or mental changes that is caused by a disease or a condition. So in mental retardation, there also a symptoms. So first we have failure to meet intellectual developmental markers. So in intellectual developmental class, there are different areas that a child failed to meet. These areas are the motor or the physical, the um, the language, the communication skills, the cognitive and social or emotional. So those areas are part of intellectual developmental that a child is failed to meet. We also have the failure to meet developmental milestones such as sitting, crawling, walking, or talking in a timely manner. We also have persistence of childlike behavior, possibly demonstrated in speaking style or by a failure to understand social rules or consequences of behavior. The fourth one is lack of curiosity and difficulty solving problems. The fifth one is decreased learning ability and ability to think logically. Next is trouble remembering things. And lastly, an inability to meet educational demands required by a school. So this class is some of the symptoms that we experience if you are being identified as having a mental retardation. And moreover of that, the deviations in normal adaptive behaviors depend on the severity of the condition. So mild intellectual disability may be associated with academic difficulties and a somewhat concrete approach to solving problems. So severe intellectual disability is associated with limited communication and the need for support with all activities of daily living. So if a child is currently experiencing this kind of symptoms of as a part of symptoms of mental retardation, so that child is need of support, especially a support of family members with all his or her activities of daily life. So next, let us have the treatment for mental retardation. So treatment for mental retardation is not designed to cure the disorder. Rather, therapy goals include reducing safety risk and teaching appropriate and relevant life skills. Interventions should be based on the specific needs of individuals and their families, with the primary goal of developing the person's potential to the fullest. So medications are required to treat morbidities like aggression, mood disorders, self-injuries, behavior, other behavioral problems, and conclusions which occur in 40% to 70% of cases. So in mental retardation, there is no cure for intellectual disability, but proper support and services can greatly improve an individual's quality of life. So to develop an appropriate treatment plan, an assessment of age-appropriate adaptive behaviors should be based using developmental screening tests. So these screening tests are to determine which developmental milestones have been missed. So as you remember the developmental milestones that I discussed as part of the symptoms of mental retardation, so through screening test, so ma-identify adto if unsa nga developmental milestone ang na-miss sa usa ka child para mao to siya matagaan og treatment. So the primary goals of treatment are to develop the person's potential to the fullest and to allow them to participate in as many aspects of their community as possible. So special education and training may be designed as early as infancy. In fact, early intervention is a critical part of treatment. So before as the child grows, so during infancy, the parent of course should apply treatment or must have a screening test for the child so that di bitaw mo grabe and para matagaan og treatment ang child. So it is necessary for for a specialist to evaluate the individual for coexisting disorders that may require treatments. Behavioral approaches are important also in understanding and working with individuals with intellectual disabilities. So I guess that is all about mental retardation. And all right, so these are the references about our topic, and you can do also further research about mental retardation. So I hope that you learn a lot from our topic, and God bless everyone.